Hello and welcome back to these Advent Reflections. We're on day 11 of our journey through the genealogy of Jesus, looking at how God has worked through these characters and in these characters to bring about a people who are ready to receive Jesus, his Son, to save us. We've talked so far about the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and how under Joseph's leadership, the people were driven into Egypt during a famine, and how that period of time in Egypt was rather like an incubator in which the nation of Israel could grow. Last time we talked about the time of the Exodus. And now, today, on day 11, we're going to talk about the time when the people of Israel were ready to enter the promised land finally. And this concerns the characters of Salmon and Rahab. We can read about this in the book of Joshua, particularly in chapter 2. Salmon, although he was one of the spies that Joshua had sent in to spy out Jericho, their first city of conquest. We're not given his name in the book of Joshua. We only have it from the biblical tradition. But Salmon was one of those two spies. And as they were spying out the city, they entered the house of Rahab, who lived in the city wall, and Rahab was a prostitute. Now she had heard that the king was looking for these two spies and decided that she would hide them because she believed in the God of Israel. She had heard all about what God had done to bring them out of the land of Egypt, to protect them on their 40 years journey through the desert, and she believed. So she hid the two spies, and when the soldiers came to search out her apartment, they didn't find them. Then she let them down on a rope out the window in the wall so that they could escape the clutches of the king of Jericho. Rahab's faith in the God of Israel led her to save the lives of these two men. Her faith became symbolized by the scarlet rope that she let them escape with out the window. And that same scarlet rope remained the sign for which the people of Israel would save her and her family. For that was the token that they left her so that she would be preserved from destruction. Rahab's an awesome, awesome woman. She came to believe in the God of Israel just from the stories that she had heard about what God had done for the people. Now Salmon, if you remember from the genealogy, Salmon was the son of Nahshon. And seeing her worth, the tradition has it that he married Rahab. And together they became the father of Boaz, who was the great-grandfather to David, the king of Israel. God clearly blessed Rahab. He saw her differently than other people would have seen a prostitute. Right? He blessed her for her faith. He did not condemn her for what she had done or the way she had lived before. He blessed her. So today, perhaps we can ask ourselves, do I look at other people with the eyes of God? Do I see in others what God sees? Or do I see their history, which is probably a history that's just as bad as my history? Do I see the superficialities of clothing, hair, the carriage, and those kinds of things only, and make assumptions about that? What can I do differently to change the way I think about other people? We'll see you tomorrow when we get to talk about Boaz and Ruth.